Good morning. Welcome back to another Money Wisdom sponsored by Johnson Bernetti. I'm Jalene Andrews. We are teaching you smart ways to manage your money, and joining us with expert advice is Eric Hogarth, a certified financial planner and senior partner at Johnson Bernetti. Eric, welcome back.
Thanks, Jalene. Great to be here.
All right, we're happy to have you here with us. Today we're talking about key factors you want to consider if you decide to move in retirement. Starting with this, you need to, of course, evaluate the cost of living.
Yep, it's more expensive to live in Connecticut. We've said this forever. It's like one of the worst states to retire in. So I was thumbing through some stuff before looking at it. We have, on average, the second highest property tax rates. It's not fun. We have a state income tax. I'm not just beating up on Connecticut. I love it here. But there's only 9 states that don't have a state income tax. Some of them, one of which is Florida, but Florida also has on average one of the highest costs of homeowners insurance. So bottom line, you need to look at this stuff before you arbitrarily just decide I'm going to move to Texas because it's cheaper, because it might not be.
All right, next is to consider proximity to family and lifestyle preferences. This is important for your quality of life.
This is very important. You know, I've had this conversation so many times with folks, and I say, well, where are you going to move? Are you going to stay here? What do you want to do? Well, it depends where my kids are, which really means it depends where my hopeful grandkids are. And I get that. I mean, my parents live in the house that I grew up in. My brother and sister were right here in Connecticut. All their grandkids are here. So you look at this stuff, and there's people that's not a factor. Maybe that's not the priority. And I want to be here, I want to be there. But if you're moving, again, to Florida and flying back every 2 months to see your grandkids, you are not saving any money. So.
Right, it's another expense to factor in.
Yeah.
All right, lastly, understand state tax implications. We love talking about taxes.
Up on Connecticut. Well, there's also a state tax, which is like, well, that's just for rich people. But estate taxes are different state to state. Now, there's also the state level and the federal level. Bottom line with all this stuff, you need a plan. And as much as I say you need to get an understanding of this, how much of an understanding of this are you going to get? I would probably I'm biased, just find a professional, work with someone, make sure it's a good fit, interview different people, feel comfortable with someone. Bluntly, work with someone younger than you so that they don't die before you do. Like, you need a plan around this because you're not expected to know it all, and there's a lot you got to think about.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those interested in learning a little bit more, tell us about this week's free book offer.
The Retirement Relocation Checklist. It's fun. Talk about this, because if there's 2 of you, like if it's my wife Megan and I, and we're talking about, you know what, I want to move to Hawaii, and she's like, I don't. Well, that's a conversation you should have before you sell your house.
Right.
So go to moneywisdomtv.com, retirement relocation checklist, and this is a fun thing to go through, but also very helpful. Have this conversation before you retire, because if there are 2 of you, you're on the same page, and you're not thinking something that's inaccurate. So moneywisdomtv.com, work on it. It's good. Have a plan.
All right, Eric, as always, thanks for your time and advice.
Thank you, Jillian.
All right, one more time, that is moneywisdomtv.com to access that free book offer. For CT Buzz, I'm Jalene Andrews. We'll see you next time.